day 2 of the phase 1 VitalDynamics resistance band training program. Day 2 is all about high intensity interval training, or what's commonly referred to as HIIT. The definition of HIIT, or what we're going to do here, is basically where you elevate the heart rate for a certain period of time and then let it drop a little bit for either an active rest recovery period or a low activity interval phase. So the idea of this is to try to really burst through that cardio zone, get the heart rate elevated as high as possible, and then let it come down just a little bit and then peak it again for anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. I'm a big fan of fitness trackers, which give you your heart rate and let you know you're training in the zone, and you can't cheat yourself. If you don't have one, just do the best you can and go all out. So I'm going to go through a couple different exercises that we can utilize during this day, and as well as some of the different methods. The first one is going to be what I like to call a 1 minute active rest. So you'll basically be taking an exercise and give yourself a certain rep range, a number, say 15 reps, and you want to complete that as fast as possible in that minute. And the faster you do it, you get to rest for the duration of that minute. So if it takes you 30 seconds, you'll have 30 seconds rest before you start the next 1 minute round. If it takes you 45 seconds, you only have 15 seconds rest. So the idea is to push yourself. The next style is what's commonly referred to as Tabata, where you'll have a certain activity period, 20, 30 seconds, and then a rest period. So for our program, we'll be doing 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, multiple rounds in that sequence. The third is what I like to call Fantastic Four. I'm going to give you 4 different exercises in which you will do each one in sequence, back to back, and for a duration. And this program will be 30 seconds. So you do 30 seconds each exercise, back to back, and then you'll rest at the completion of those 4 exercises. The last is a dynamic duo. This will be 2 exercises done back to back, each one for 2 minutes. You'll have a 4-minute activity pace and then a 1-minute rest period. So when we come back, we'll get started. All right, the very first sequence in our HIIT training is going to be the 1 minute active rest, like I mentioned before. And this one I'll be doing 2 exercises, mountain climbers and plank march. For me, I like to use an activity timer. It's called interval timer. And what it allows you to do is set the actual rest periods and activity periods. So for this example, it'll be 1 minute. It gives you a timer. It'll count down, then it switches to the next color and tells you have 1 more minute, and you set the number of rounds. So, as I said before, we'll basically be doing these 2 exercises back to back, and you pick a rep range that's challenging for you. So, it's up to you. I'm gonna show you the exercise. First time you go through this, you decide what that number is, be it 15 reps, 20 reps, 30 reps, 40 reps, it doesn't matter. But try it. Whatever you come up with, stick with it throughout the duration of the 15 to 20 minutes that you're exercising. So for me, I'm gonna just go with 10 of each just to show you. So the first exercise is mountain climbers. I've got my ankle straps on, both legs in a strap. The band to both sides of the ankle strap. And for those who are not familiar, before I do it, a mountain climber is where you're in the plank position and you're just pedaling the feet, basically. You have a couple variations where you can just bring the feet up and never make contact, or you can step, right? This is a slow pace. If you want to speed it up and keep the intensity, it's always 1 foot on the ground and not 2. So it's up to you. But we're gonna make this a little more challenging by using the bands. So all we do is pull the band through. I loop it through my hands like this, and then get back to that plank position, and we're gonna pedal. So ideally, I'd pick a rep or a number, 20, 30, or whatever it is, try to complete that as fast as I can, and then I would rest the duration of that minute. Once that minute is up, I'll switch to the next exercise. The next exercise is the plank march. So plank march, we're in plank here, and the idea, depending on the complexity, that's the easy version first, you'll be on your knees, you'll be left hand, right foot, you extend the foot back, and the left arm forward, and you switch. This is the plank march, this is the easy version. Without the bands, in the plank position, to be here. You have to really work on your core. And with the bands, a little more challenging. You kind of do like I call a handoff. So you get in the plank position, left arm, right. You just pass it between the hands. You won't need to do that many of these because they get extremely difficult. So again, you pick a rep range, do that as fast as possible, and rest the duration of the minute. So my example is like 10. If I finish those 10 in 15 seconds, I'd rest for 45 seconds, and go right into the next exercise. Do that for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. That's your workout. Plank march, mountain climbers. The next set of exercises I'm going to show you in the HIIT training is high knees and Mary Catherine's. In this version, I'll do the Tabata style, which will be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So you'll do one exercise for 20 seconds, and then you get 10 seconds to rest. Then you do the next exercise for 20 seconds and get 10 seconds to rest. You repeat this 15 to 20 minutes, back and forth. So again, it's your level, what you're comfortable with. But we're going to have the band in the low ankle position, strapped to both feet. The first one is going to be high knees. So depending on if you have bad knees or joints or plyometrics might be too hard for you, you can just do high knees in place, just walking in place. This is fine. But again, keep the heart rate up, push yourself, challenge yourself. Or you can actually jog in place, high knees. You're going to have the band at a distance that kind of keeps you with some tension. So it's going to be 20 seconds. We'll pretend that was 20 seconds, and you would rest for 10 seconds. And then you go into Mary Catherine's. Mary Catherine's is basically a skipping lunge. So if you're here, switch your feet, and alternating lunges. Hands up, make it more complicated. And if plyometrics are too bad for you, step and walk. But again, keep moving, push yourself, and keep that heart rate up. 20 seconds here. Then rest for 10 seconds. Repeat the high knees. Rest for 10 seconds. Mary Catherine's. 15 to 20 minutes. Push yourself, challenge yourself. The third style I'm going to demonstrate for you in the HIIT training is Fantastic Four. In this example, you do 4 exercises that you'll do in sequence, and then you'll take a rest at the end of completing all 4. So for this example, it'll be squat jumps, inchworms, jumping jacks, and planks. The idea is to do each one for 30 seconds in sequence back to back. So you get no rest between each exercise, but after you complete all 4, which is 2 minutes of total activity, then you'll rest 1 minute, and again repeat for 15 to 20 minutes. And just a reminder, you don't have to do all of these on the same day, but if you're feeling froggy, you can. So do as many as you can, but do your best and forget the rest. So the first exercise, squat jumps. You're gonna get down to a squat, whatever is comfortable for your knees is up to you. Get down and just a light jump. Bring the hands and hips forward, land on the toes, land soft. And again, this is only 30 seconds, your pace. So this is all you got, where you're going to a calf raise, that's fine. You don't have to try to kill yourself. So that's squat jumps, you do it for 30 seconds. Second exercise, inchworms. Inchworms like the insect. We're gonna start with feet at a comfortable width. Bend down, walk the hands out, go into plank, walk the feet to the hands, come up, back down, walk the feet back, into plank, walk the feet, hands into the feet, come up, that's 1, and repeat. Again, 30 seconds. Up. So you do that for 30 seconds. You'll feel your core engaged and work the shoulders and the hamstrings. 30 seconds. Third exercise, jumping jacks. This is based off of your level of comfort. So if you're not really able to do jumping jacks due to knee injuries or joint problems, you just step. But ideally, get the whole body moving. 30 seconds is all you gotta do for it. Jumping jacks. Last one, after that, will be planks. Everybody should be familiar with planks. Get down into the plank position where your elbows, shoulder are aligned, glutes engaged, shoulders and shoulder blades pinched and back, head up, and just hold this for 30 seconds. And that's the last one. So do all 4 of these, back to back, after you complete all 4, 1 minute rest, repeat for as many rounds as you feel comfortable, or at least 15 minutes. All right, and the last version of the HIIT training style that I'm going to show you is dynamic duo. In this one, we take 2 exercises, we do each one for 2 minutes, and then you rest 1 minute. So you'll have 4 solid minutes of activity, and then 1 minute rest. So for this example, I'm going to give you jab cross, kickboxing, or shadow boxing, and then squat hops. With any of these HIIT exercises that I've given you in these training styles, you can mix and match and blend. I'm just giving you examples. Don't feel like you're trapped into a bubble. Be free to explore and make up your own. And just as long as you push yourself and get that heart rate up, everything's all good. So, dynamic duo, the first one in this case, is jab cross. Now, to make this an explosive exercise that really gets the heart rate going, we don't want to just go through the motions. So, if you got any boxers out there that are familiar with stances, that's what I want you to be in. So in this case, we'll be in the left stance. The jab is going to be the left hand, and it comes out straight in front of the body. So we're going to jab straight, and then the cross, we want to pivot and rotate. So we're not just throwing a weak cross from the back leg. We want to really rotate into that and extend the shoulder and arm and really get the whole body involved. So when we're sitting here for 2 minutes, we're not just doing this, punching the air. You're really trying to KO that target if you're in a street fight or something. So jab, cross, left, right. Really work the body, rotate the hips and the legs, and put the whole torso into it. You should really elevate the heart. So this will be 2 minutes that you're gonna keep jab, cross. Keep the space, but don't just go through the motion. You don't want you to pump in the air. Then the next exercise, squat hops. You're gonna get down to a nice comfortable squat, hands out in front. We're gonna light hop forward and light hop back 2 times. You're gonna be here for 2 minutes. If your legs start to hurt, shake, try to push through it. If not, you know, stand up, shake it out, and get back in there and try to finish. Keep the head, shoulders up, butt, hips down. Squat hops. So each one you do 2 minutes, and you'll rest. Your legs will be on fire from the squat hops. Your upper body and torso should be on fire from the jab cross. What you do when you go back the 3rd time is switch your feet. So the right foot is forward, you're jabbing with the right foot, and punching with the left, and then cross move. So that's dynamic duo. Cycle both of those, again, 15 to 20 minutes. Dynamic duo.